What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Low-Key Legend. How the fuck y'all doing today? Alright, got a brand new episode of Stoner Tips here for you guys. Today, we are jumping on board with episode 106 of the Stoner Tips series. Today's topic is going to be a very interesting one. So with that being said, smash the like button if you guys do enjoy. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about smoke tricks. Alright, so if you guys do enjoy, like I said already, smash the like button. Let's dive right out into this episode. Smoke tricks, 106 of the Stoner Tips series. All right, the first thing I want to say is smoke tricks. For me personally, this is going to be more of a personal opinion more than anything. I like smoke tricks so much. All right, smoke tricks were one of the main things that got me into smoking weed in the first place. Now, I say that because I've seen people, I don't know where I've seen them, maybe in real life, maybe on Instagram, but they would bust out some crazy ass smoke tricks either with a vape or some weed. It's a lot more efficient with weed though, because the smoke is more thick, I feel like, and it's just it's so it looks cool. All right, now some people might watching this video might be like, older people be like, dude, that shit's gay, you guys are faggots. No, bro, like I thought that shit was cool as hell. All right, so there's a couple different smoke tricks that you guys can get the hang of eventually, and like I said, I mean, I haven't said this, I probably said it in a more fucking video in the past, but smoke tricks are not something you guys are gonna learn how to perfect in one day. These smoke tricks, usually they'll take a couple weeks, if not a couple months, to learn how to perfect them to different extents, okay? What the number one rule I can give you guys to mastering smoke tricks is having good smoke control. All right, you have to learn how to control the smoke after you hit it. The first thing I want to say also as well, you guys can't really do smoke tricks efficiently if you smoke anything other than a blunt or a joint. All right, a blunt or a joint is going to be the most efficient way to do smoke tricks because you're going to be able to hold all that smoke from that hit in your mouth. So if you have a bowl, for example, it might be a little bit easier to do it with a bowl if you have the carb cap held, if you're holding onto the carb cap and you light it, but still even a little bit of airflow will be able to get into that bowl from the actual weed that you packed. So when you're lighting it, it might not all stay in your mouth. If you have a piece that does that, then it's going to be a lot more efficient to do it. But something like a bong or a steamroller, you will definitely not be able to do a smoke trick. All right, a one hitter, that's different as well, because the weed smoke is all staying in your mouth until you take that second breath, or same thing with a blunt and a joint, and that's what you're going to want to do. So when you have all this smoke in your mouth and you learn how to keep it in your mouth, there's a lot of different methods of keeping it in your mouth as well. Some people like to puff their lips up, or not their lips, their cheeks up a little bit and make sure it's, in their mouth fully, and at that point, then it's going to be a lot easier for you to do whatever smoke trick you want to do. The ones I'm going to be talking about are very basic in this video. So the first one I want to go over is a French inhale. All right, this is going to be the one that you guys see where people open their mouth and they try to get the smoke into their nose, like up their nose from their mouth. All right, so this is going to be something, I don't know how I'm going to explain this word for word, but I hope that it does help some of you guys out there. Once you have it all in your mouth, you just open your mouth a little bit, and it's going to be a hard process of blowing out of your mouth and into your nose. All right, this is not, like I said, man, this is not going to be something you learn overnight, not even in the same week, but it's something you guys can practice and get the hang of. Now, when I first started doing French inhales, I'd open my mouth and try to breathe through my nose. All right, it was very hard, but it didn't even look good in the end, but it was some shit I could still practice with. And after I got the hang of just opening my mouth and letting the smoke pour into my nose, and how I did that was I just opened my mouth and breathed through my nose and would just kind of force my lower lip upwards. It didn't look that good in the end, but it was some shit. It was a starting point for doing a French inhale. So I figured that if you guys start with a good starting point, then you could just work your way up for there, because in the end, when you master the French inhale, you're gonna end up blowing out of your mouth and into your nose, and it's gonna feel so natural when you do it. So it's gonna take some time, a lot of time probably, but once you do get the hang of it, it looks super dope. All right, a lot of people can do a lot of different ones. They'll wave their head, side to side and have the smoke go from one nostril to the other. It's got a whole little thing in it as well. There's another one, a Bane inhale, where you could just breathe through your teeth while you're doing a French inhale, and it'll just have like little lines, like maybe 5 or 7 little lines that go through your teeth of smoke that go straight into your nose. And I thought that that was dope as hell too. To this day, I still really can't master that. I can do it, but I can't master it. Like, so I'm still in the practice phase of doing that. But French inhales are definitely something that I'd recommend you guys to try to do. And it's not going to take, like I said, 1 or 2 days. It's going to be a while of practicing. All smoke tricks, when it comes down to it, is practice. So after like 6 months, maybe a year of smoking, a lot of these smoke tricks will just feel natural to you guys. Bringing us to our next smoke trick is going to be a ghost. All right, this is going to be the most basic smoke trick you guys can do out there. This is just opening your mouth, letting the smoke come out a very little amount, and then inhaling it all back in without letting any of the smoke out. All right, there's a lot of different ways to do ghosts, but in the end, it's one basic concept of opening your mouth and inhaling it back in. You don't have to open it that wide. You just blow the smoke out a little bit. You can't even blow with your mouth. You kind of just open your mouth and let the smoke pour out, very minuscule, and then inhale it all back into your mouth. All right, or down your throat and into your lungs. So it's a very cool smoke trick to do. A lot of the times when you guys are practicing it, if you get to that level, you can kind of just blow it out your mouth and kind of have it swirl, like you blow it with your tongue too, but it's not even blowing out of your mouth. All right, it's kind of just opening your mouth, using your tongue to kind of twirl the smoke out of your mouth. And sometimes these ghosts can get pretty big, and you kind of just go in and inhale it all. So it's very confusing to say, but in the end, that is really all there is to it. For a ghost, you just open your mouth, use your tongue to push the smoke out a little bit, and then inhale it all back in. Now, this is going to be something, again, that's going to take a while to do. Like I said, all smoke tricks are going to be taking a while to fully perfect these, but it's a good learning point, I feel like. So if you don't catch all the smoke in the first try, or, the first fucking week of trying it, it's all good. I still know people to this day who smoke and can't do a good ghost because they try too hard. They try to blow out all this smoke and suck it all back in. That's not the point of it. The point of it is very quick. You need to do a quick ghost. It needs to take like a quarter of a second. You just blow it out real quick and suck it all back in. But for that quarter of a second, either it can be very thick or very thin, depending on however you want to approach it. So there's a lot of different ways to go about ghosting. Ghosting is its own little fucking thing. In the end, ghosting is becoming very natural to a lot of smokers as well. If you pull a blunt to an elite smoker, they'll probably just do it and just ghost super quick naturally. Like, they won't even inhale right away. They'll just fucking do it naturally. I don't know if it gets you any more high. I can't go on that point. I honestly don't think it does, because you can lose smoke by doing a ghost. If the easiest way to get high is just hit the blunt and just inhale right away, straight down your lungs, and not let any smoke out. That's gonna be the best way to get high. Like, if you I don't think doing a ghost, even a small ghost, would make you get any more high than hitting a blunt and not doing any smoke trick at all. I think that's going to be a lot more efficient than even doing a small ghost. I don't know. That's just my personal experience, though. With it, ghosts are super fucking dope, though. The last trick I could show you guys is tell you guys about is how to do O's. O's are pretty dope as well. If you're smoking a blunt, though, I would not recommend doing an O at all, because you're kind of just wasting smoke. Like, you hit a blunt, you keep it all in your mouth, and you start blowing O's. I know people who do that as well. That's pretty much a wasted hit. I wouldn't do that. I would hit the blunt, inhale, and then while you're exhaling from your lungs, then you could start blowing O's. Now, the O's that you blow aren't going to be as thick, so blowing O's is something I would recommend you guys to do out of a vape, because you're not really wasting smoke. You're kind of just learning how to blow O's. And once you learn how to fully master O's, even on your exhale, when the smoke won't be as thick, they'll still look good, because even if it's a thin smoked O, where it's not a lot of smoke around the O while you're blowing it, it's still going to look good, because it's perfect. It's going to be a perfect O that you're blowing through. So if you guys have a vape or something, that's a smoke trick I'd recommend you guys to do to practice that on, is blow O's. Other than that, ghosts, you can't really do ghosts on a vape too much, because it's not going to be as thick, and it's not going to look as good as it would a blunt or a joint. So you might have to blow through a couple blunts and joints to learn how to do that. Might waste a little bit of smoke, but if you're smoking half a blunt anyway, you might as well just try it. You're still gonna get high off that half a blunt, so in the end, it really doesn't matter. But those are some basic smoke tricks I wanted to show you guys, or shed some insight on. I will go in depth on episodes of Stoner Tips on this specific topic if you guys do want me to. I think that'll be pretty dope to just talk about a specific French inhale, or a bane, or a ghost, or blowing blowing O's. That's some shit that I should definitely do on an episode of Stoner Tips, because I feel like I could talk a little bit more in depth about it, but I don't want to make these episodes too long for the Stoner Tips series. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. If you guys have any other questions, there are shit tons of smoke tricks out there as well. I just want to let you guys know that. Like, I don't know if I named all of them. There's ones where you could do a ghost or shoot an O out your mouth and then ghost, and then have all the smoke go back into your mouth with the perfect O that you blew. And I feel like that, I think that that's called an atomic bomb. I still can't do that. There's like combinations of smoke tricks that you guys can do. So in the end, man, there's a whole fucking thing behind it. I can go a little bit more in depth about it, but I feel like I covered majority of it in this episode of Stoner Tips. If you guys have any other questions, be sure to drop them in the comment section below. So like I said, man, smoke tricks are fucking dope. I feel like it's a good way to learn new shit and to, you know, manage your smoke, or not, control your smoke a little more efficiently, because once you have smoke control, smoke tricks are like nothing to you, dude. You could do whatever the fuck you want. You could control the smoke to go fucking anywhere. So I thought that was dope as fuck. In the end, man, I really hope I did a good job explaining this. If you guys have, like I said, if you guys have another question, drop it in the comment section below. And if you guys have any other you know, answers to those questions, be sure to answer them in the comments below, so everyone can kind of, you know, work together on this, and we can mash together a little fucking, I don't know, community in the comment section. I've always, that's dope. That I already have people who go out and comment for you know, and answer people's questions. I don't even have to do it then, but I still like to do it sometimes. So if they explain it wrong or whatever the case is, bro, you guys know what the fuck's good though, bro. It's your boy, the Low-Key Legend. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Stoner Tips. Bad episode 106 of the Stoner Tips series, doing smoke tricks. And other than that, bro, subscribe if you guys are new. Follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. Drop a like on this video if you did enjoy or learn something. I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow for a brand new video. Y'all stay safe, stay savage, stay low key. It's your boy, the Low-Key Legend. I'm out of here, guys. Adios.